Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so pleased to be here. Kind of tall. All right. So, more than 10 years ago, I was in his class. I'm sure they'll remember. I'm really old now. Okay. So, more than 10 years ago, I wrote a book that I wanted to entitle, It's More Than Black and White. Dutifully named after the last poem in the series, I was persuaded by the publisher and editing team not to do so because of the fear that prospective readers would think I was talking about race, when really I was talking about extremes and finding balance between it all. Once again, the bane of American culture is that we are all often reduced to prescribed boxes, and by doing so, forced to subject our messages and ourselves to the limitations of the masses, and how something as permanent as our skin can be the burden or blessing of living up to or tearing down the legacy of those that came before us. Thus, my mirror reminds me daily that the end of that cycle rests in my actions and not the world's stagnant definition. And so, with that said, I'm going to read the poem, It's More Than Black and White. Do I need to be on mic? I'm really loud. Lest my ancestors call me the revelator, pressing ivory and cooking rice, by definition, have never been my stronghold. Pressing ivory, the taming of tusks. I hear elephants keep their unforgottens in those bones, stretching back memories to where they were born, back to where I rest my baby cheek against the wood and listen to each and every sound. Wave those growing bones as far back as the future, where I rest my acne against the wood and listen, just hoping to hear my best friend speak back to me in a language I could understand. Yet the sounds keep coming back to me, stroking back to me like before tough hands stroked the animal skin drums when my people needed rhythm to speak light into existence, to communicate passion without burning flames. I press and press and press free sound into boxes that refuse to reciprocate, demanding the black keys explain themselves in a, my papa always used to say, sort of way. I'd like to share my favorite thing about me, but I forgot what it was. Cooking rice takes time. It steals time the way red lights do. The way standing in line takes patience and leads its virtue into a dark alley. It moves like watched boiling water. Hot eyes, red in the freeze frame of my beforefathers' history lesson where rice cost as much as slavery. And more than Nana, pride raping refidal, sitting in her knees, knitting time into quilts and scarves and mittens shaped like paws where I crawl and crawl and crawl on all befores. I realize standing isn't a matter of ability. It too is a matter of time. I took that new pill they used to forget traumatic events, to black out memories like a hand and its fingerprints, to regain freedom and forget waiting all yesterday for the pot to swell pieces that aren't so hard to chew and swallow. Standing has never been so close. I fear their name calling, revelator, revelator, because no taming or time revealing makes my knees strong enough to kick closets and dance with skeletons. I fear ashes, burning the pure strands that made me press without understanding, summoning me to licorice bin black keys till they quit keeping secrets. I tell stories with no regard for chronology or metronomes. These happen to be my flaws, and no amount of rehearsal can spackle the crevices of the keys or the holes in the well-steamed pot of long grain, unless I forget how they got there.
Thank you guys.